What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the final episode of Hitman Blood Money Silent Assassin Targets Only, Amendment 25. We're going to do it without any guns, but we do want to purchase the enhanced detonator and the extra mine from the miscellaneous equipment. We're going to need those. Or at the very least, I recommend them. The extra mine in particular you need to have. So we'll enter right through the front door. We don't have guns that'll set off the detector, so we're good. Basically, as soon as this woman is facing away from us, and the camera is also panning away from us, yeah, watch it very carefully. You're going to want to equip one of your mines and throw it at one of the lasers to set off the alarm. Make sure you aim for the laser, otherwise you may not set off the alarm. This will cause most of the guards to swarm to the museum. We can charge through the door, enter the nearby locker room, and very carefully take that museum staff uniform from that laundry bag. If your timing is right, that guy shouldn't see you when he goes back to the shower, but just be careful. We need to steal the videotape from the security room because we did get caught by the camera while we walked into the museum. I also took that key card, but you don't need it. Then we're going to go out here. We're going to climb the trellis to get over to this roof over here. There's a trellis on both sides, but I recommend climbing the one that I went up because if your timing is right, the guard from outside should be going in. And then the guard from the roof here should also be going down and back inside. We'll climb the scaffolding. We're going to enter the main area through this open window, but these carpenters are going to freak out and start running away. What we need to do is charge in and then just go the way I'm going. Be very careful charging through here because sometimes there's a Marine guarding this area, and you need to be careful. Basically, get to the other end of the area and then take the laundry bag with the carpenter uniform. With this outfit, we can not only access this area, but we can enter the Vice President's office at the cost of being frisked. Hence why we didn't bring any guns.
Thanks.
That and the metal detector at the front entrance. So from this point forward, things are going to look more familiar to what I did before. Because right now we're waiting for our first target, Daniel Morris, to walk the dog and then come back over here. We're going to fiber wire him. We're going to take his key card to the West Wing and then hide his body in the nearby container. And then as far as why we needed the extra mine, you'll notice that I threw one of our mines at that laser grid, because if possible, I would have thrown a coin at it to set it off, but either you can't set it off with a coin, which I think is the case, or you have to aim so precisely that it's just hard, really hard to do. And the aiming and throwing mechanic in Blood Money is already kind of clunky, especially compared to how extremely good it is in the newer games. So you're better off just throwing a mine. But we needed to purchase the extra mine from our miscellaneous equipment because we're going to set up a death trap for our second target, Mark Parchesi. We're going to drop the mine on the West Wing roof where he's scripted to run to after we confront him in the Oval Office. And then we're going to detonate it while he's over there to blow him up. And then you don't have to worry about a body found or anything because nobody else will ever set foot on that rooftop after the scripted event where Mark Parchesi blows up the Oval Office door. And the enhanced detonator, which we also purchased from the miscellaneous equipment, I highly recommend that because normally The mine detonator only works within a certain range, but with the enhanced detonator, it increases your range so that you can detonate it much, much further away than normal. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about with the, when we took that carpenter outfit from the laundry bag. In the event that the Marine guarding the area sees you and tries to chase after you, try to do the smoke and mirrors effect where you outrun him as far as possible and then change clothes before he catches up to you. That way you've literally vanished from his mind, and then he'll just go back to normal. But I will say that trick is very hard to do in that situation because you're in rooms that are pretty tight quarters. Anyways, going back to the present time, we're just waiting for Mr. Daniel Morris to come by so he can get the fiber wire, we can take his key card, and then hide his body. In the old strategy, I didn't take his key card but that's just because we knock out a Secret Service agent on the West Wing roof, and then we take the same key card from him. We're obviously not doing that in this strategy, so we do need the key card from the Vice President. So, just wait for him. Let him come through. Do the fiber wire. If you do it correct, it'll be the quick yoink animation, but unfortunately I didn't get that. Regardless, you're gonna have to eliminate him, and as soon as you have his key card, very quickly drag him to the container so that he's hidden. Like so. Now we're gonna head to the West Wing. So we'll go back up to the same room where we got the carpenter disguise from, and then this should look familiar. We're going out the window, we're going down the scaffolding, and here's how we're going to get into the West Wing. This is very, very... Well, first of all, equip your other mine and then just drop it right here. That'll set up our death trap for the other target. What we're doing to get into the West Wing is excruciatingly tricky. It's basically entirely luck-based, because it's going to be another one of those smoke and mirrors disguise changes things where we are very, very likely to get caught as we're charging through here, but we need to try to change clothes without them seeing us. And then there you go, we magically disappeared. Here's what I recommend doing. There's a Secret Service agent the one that we just saw. He went into that office, and then he's gonna walk out. There he goes. I think waiting for him is a good cue for when you scan the key card to go in. So very quickly, get in, immediately shut that door, and then change clothes fast as shit. As long as you did it correctly, they won't do anything but just stand around like dumbasses. But you'll know if you did it wrong because they will shoot you. It sucks to do something this difficult this late into the mission, and since you can't save on Pro, it would force a restart, but it is what it is. Plus, it's the last official level, so it makes sense. It makes sense for there to be more challenges in the final level, I guess. As long as you've successfully got your Secret Service uniform through our smoke and mirrors trick, you just need to go downstairs to the Oval Office, enter for the scripted confrontation with Mark Parchesi III. He'll blow up the door, and then we'll just have to chase him out. We'll just have to chase him to the roof. All the civilians will evacuate to the courtyard, and then all the Secret Service agents will just be frantically running around the West Wing. And then, as far as I know, they'll never go to the roof. Even though we're going to be detonating a mine and there's going to be an explosion, it's still not going to lure any of them to the roof. So, once you're at the roof, get your detonator out. Wait for him to reach the other end, between the AC units that he shoots us from. Go ahead and detonate, or as Aussie Gamer would say, Sky fucking high! Man, that's kind of a throwback. Aussie Gamer is one of the oldest people I've watched play Hitman Blood Money, and he was one of my older inspirations for making YouTube content. Anyways, after you blow him up, we're just gonna basically almost retrace our steps. I'm basically repeating the old strategy here, where we're gonna just follow my path to return to the East Wing. We left our suit in the staff locker room that's right here, so just avoid the shower guy carefully as you put your suit back on. And then I recommend returning to the public area by going this way, because if you go through the double doors, that tends to aggro the guards. But we're all set. This was obviously one of the hardest missions to do this challenge for, but that's how you do it. And that completes the game because, again, there's no point to do Requiem because it's just a shootout and I can't really change anything unless I decide to kill Alexander Kane's wheelchair to get a true silent assassin. But that gives me new walkthroughs for the game. Hope you enjoyed them, and I'll see you for whatever I do next. And I promise I'll get to Thief 2 again. I've been sleeping on that way too long.